Vegan means love. Vegan means compassion. Vegan means love. In every action, trying my best to be good. Trying my best to be kind. Trying to follow the golden rule. Saving the animals and giving them peace of mind. With all my flaws, I promise to try to be love.
I'm vegan because I used to troll Miss KADIE until I watched the documentary Dominion and I found out she was right all along. If I can be vegan, so can you.
Drink soy milk, oat milk, rice milk, almond milk. Don't steal milk from a cow. Be vegan, start right now. Follow that vegan teacher, she will show you how.
Hello students! Welcome to class.
Go veg yourself, go veg yourself. Stop hurting animals. Go vegan, go veg yourself. Go veg yourself. Stop hurting animals. Go vegan.
Today I'm going to show you what I'm eating. And to those of you who are not vegan yet, you're probably going to think, oh, that's really weird. You're probably going to think it's gross or whatever. But to those of you who are vegan, you will totally understand and you will absolutely love this. This is something that I made which consists of only 2 ingredients, and it's very hearty, it's very filling, it's delicious, and it's so easy to make. So when you're really stuck and you don't know what to eat, but you want some oomph, and you want something warm, can you guess what's in here? Just look at it. What do you think the 2 ingredients are? Can you tell that there's lentils in there? And this is just a can of pineapple. So the pineapple is 100% pure, there's nothing added, but it's pineapple that's picked at its peak, and it's cut up and put into a can in these little tiny bits, and that's it. You just pour this, the 2 of them together, into a pot and you warm it up. Now the lentils I have already previously cooked because I cook lentils by the batch. I make a huge amount on the weekend and then I can just sort of decorate them in whatever way that I want to. And in this case, that's what this is. So when my kids were little, this is the kind of lunch I would give them. They would have lentils with applesauce or just lentils with whatever. And so in this case, it's pineapple. So I wanted to show you that because it's a way to make it really filling really quickly. Now this particular batch is what my husband is going to eat. I personally add more water to it because I like it more like a soup, but that's just me. All right, and the other thing I wanted to show you is this sign, which I'm sure many of you have already seen, but it's just a reminder that cow's milk is for baby cows. And you're not a baby cow, so you should not be drinking cow's milk anymore. Also, you're just not a cow at all, so you should not be drinking milk from another species because cow's milk is meant for their babies, just like dog milk is meant for dogs, cat milk is meant for cats, giraffe milk is meant for giraffes, and elephant milk is meant for elephants, and so on, and you get it. And there's no reason in this day and age to be taking the milk from anyone. Like, don't take the milk from pigs, for example, or from a bear. And, don't be eating frogs either. These animals are friends on the planet. They are friends with us. They're not for us. So thank you everybody for being as vegan as possible. And remember, you can be vegan no matter what age you are, no matter what stage you are, no matter where you are in the world. There's no excuse for animal abuse. Everyone can be vegan.
Go to howdoigovegan.com, sing it with me. Howdoigovegan.com, sing it again. Howdoigovegan.com, sing it with me. Howdoigovegan.com. It is the position of the Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics that an appropriately planned vegan diet is healthful for all stages of life, including pregnancy, lactation, infancy, adolescence, older adulthood, and for athletes. You can be vegan. Plant-based diets are more environmentally sustainable than diets rich in animal products because they use fewer natural resources. If you care about the future of the planet and keeping it livable for future generations, it's time to stop consuming meat, dairy, and eggs. You can be vegan. People all around the world are vegan. You don't need to eat meat, dairy, or eggs. Vegan foods are not more expensive. You can buy veggies, fruits, nuts, and seeds in bulk. You can live a long, happy, healthy life without being cruel. So why pay for murder if you don't have to? You can be vegan. Thank you for listening to this melody. Now you know you can be vegan. You'll feel great, you will see. Thank you for listening to this song. If you liked it, click the like button and sing along.
I know how it feels to just look at a vegan account like this one and assume that, she's crazy, she's lying, this isn't true, but it is true. It's time to go to watchdominion.com. It's normal to be curious, it's normal to feel empathy, and it's time to learn the truth and be vegan from now on.
Are you vegan yet? What are you waiting for? Are you vegan yet? Open the vegan door.
As you can see, it doesn't cost that much money, and lentils have a lot of protein in them. And it's very easy to make and very inexpensive. You just buy a big bag of the dried ones, you make a huge pot, you can make a huge pot of rice on the side as well. And if you want your lentils differently, you can put tomato sauce on them. I mean, lentils is like a staple. We have it every single day. It feels like we have it almost every day anyway. If not, it'll be something like chickpeas. And then we also add vegetables sometimes. So I like to have two types. So one is like a sweet version like this. And then there's also just the savory version where you had a little bit of salt and spices. You could make it into a curry or whatever. So last thing I wanted to show you was this book, which is called Simple Happy Kitchen. It is illustrated and it is really fun to look at least I really enjoy it. I think the little guys here are sort of cute. The artwork is very nice. And it is by this person named Mickey Motes, or Motes. I don't know how to pronounce it actually. So I'll show it to you on the inside what it looks like, because there are so many vegan books actually out there. And just find the ones that you like. I mean, look at what's in this book, for example. There's so many chapters. One is Hi, but why? Why go plant-based? Shattering the myths. What makes a well-balanced plant-based diet good for you? How could a non-plant-based diet be bad for you? So this person is an ethical vegan who wrote this, who cares about the animals. And in chapter 2, it says how. So understanding the nutritional facts label, building a healthy shopping list, nutrition facts label, what to look for and what to avoid, the simple happy guide to spices, the numbers dictionary, and so on. I mean, just everything in here that you could possibly think of. It's just a great book. It talks about tofu, different substitutes, like if you want to substitute egg in a recipe, what do you do? Meat substitutes, plant-based milk, make your own plant-based milk, don't throw away the pulp. Aquafaba, do you know what that is? Aquafaba is the water that comes in a can of chickpeas. And homemade cheese, how to do that, how to make homemade burgers. This is just a wealth of information in this book. So there's also chapter 4 is planning, the meal planner plate, 5 colors of phytochemicals, 6 healthy smoothie ideas. I mean, it is just packed full. There's stuff about raw eating, try these easy raw recipes, what happens if you have problems and you're allergic to gluten or you have celiac disease, how to ferment vegetables. Look at chapter 5. Who are the nutrients and where are they? And they're saying who is it sort of a joke. It's sort of the old joke like plants have feelings. Well, of course we know they don't, but this book is just kind of being silly, like putting eyes on a tomato and so on, But we all know that plants can't feel pain. They don't have a brain. They don't have a nervous system, so it's okay to bite into them. And then you see here. So here's the first chapter, for example, chapter 1. But why? Why go plant-based? And then they go on to tell you about it, about how it's pollutes our waterways when we have animal agriculture, how being vegan is best for the wildlife, the rainforest. It's also great for sustainability and compassion. Here you see somebody being kind to an animal. And peace on earth. I mean, everything good for the planet, and of course, yummy for your tummy, great for your health.
store, you can decide to buy soy milk and be vegan from now on. In the grocery store, you can decide to buy soy milk and be vegan from now on.
I mean, we are just here on the beginning first pages. Then we have the part about shattering the myths and everything. I'm just gonna flip through a bit to get you guys to see it. What makes a well-balanced plant-based diet good for you? I mean, this is the kind of book that if I would write a book, it would be like this. But the thing is, there's so many great books already out there. Who needs to create more? I mean, there's just so much out there. There's nearly every recipe you can think about, and nutrition facts labels, how to read them, saturated fat, trans fat, sodium, serving size, calories, like how to read a food label, what it all means. You know, most people don't learn this in school, but they should. I personally think that they should be teaching nutrition as a course on its own all throughout school, like every year. In the same way that you learn math or English, nutrition should be an absolute course. Every kid should leave primary school knowing all of this stuff, basic stuff about cholesterol, what to eat, what's healthy. Where do the animals come from that people eat? This should be basic knowledge. You should not be able to pass primary school without knowing all of these things. And just, you know, even when you go grocery shopping with your parents, so that you don't hassle them to buy terrible things like those sugary cereals, if you know how bad they are. And you're a kid who's raised in a school full of people who believe that healthy eating is important, then everybody wins. The whole society wins. Now, some people will say, oh, they're allergic to whatever, nuts, so that they can't be vegan. But this is absolute BS, because there are so many other things to eat. Somebody told me once, oh, I'm allergic to tofu, so I can't be vegan, which is completely ridiculous because there's so many other ways to get protein.
Are you vegan yet? Are you vegan yet? What are you waiting for? Are you vegan yet? Are you vegan yet? Open the vegan door. Saving animals begins with you. If your neighbor can be vegan, then so can you.
The simple happy guide to spices. So maybe you don't know all your spices and what they are. So here you go. Look at that. Everything there from rosemary, coriander, oregano, cumin, chili, cardamom, cinnamon, cayenne pepper, cloves. I mean, just the list goes on. And then they give you ideas of how to use these spices to make your food taste good. Because what makes meat taste good is, of course, the spices on there. I mean, if you just walked up to a dead squirrel on the side of the road, it would not taste good. What makes meat taste good is all of the vegan foods we put on there. So here, never vegan, avoid these E numbers as they're always of animal origins. These are foods that have the tags on them here, the E numbers dictionary. E numbers are codes for substances that are permitted to be used as food additives. So if they have an E code on them, then you cannot trust them. For example, gelatin. I mean, there's just a wealth of information in here. Honestly, I could review this book like once a week and you would still not get enough. And these are ideas of things that are possibly not vegan. Look at this long list of things. And these are things that are always vegan. Okay, these E numbers are definitely vegan. So these are different ideas here. These type of codes for food coloring, preservatives. So you just have to look at this a little bit more closely. Maybe want to take some screenshots. I don't know. But it's pretty crazy how many things are in our foods. But anyway, here's a grocery guide. For example, what to buy. Bell peppers, citrus, everything there, all these different ideas. And then more things over here. Avocados, plums, all kinds of different ideas. Winter squash. And over here we had food storage hacks, how to store food so that they stay fresher longer. Buying vegan food is not more expensive. One thing that's a good idea though is to not throw things at the back of your fridge that you're gonna end up throwing out. We, in our house, waste nothing. I mean, we eat what needs to be eaten. We go to the back of the fridge first and say, okay, what's back here? Oh, then we might see something and just say, okay, whatever, this broccoli should be eaten today, and we try to eat what needs to be eaten, and that comes with some sort of discipline. You gotta have some discipline in order to be able to not waste money and not waste food. So here's a leafy green guide. a great idea here, great ideas for example, collard greens. I don't know, many people have never even tried bok choy. I know I didn't try bok choy. My entire childhood, my entire young adult life, I had never tried it until I became vegan. Here's some common legumes, all different things like chickpeas. You see there green lentils, soybeans, black-eyed peas, white beans, lupini beans. I mean, it's great. Peas. And look, we're just only getting started. And this is hummus. Different hummus recipe if you want to make it yourself. I mean, I should actually say what hummus is because I'm amazed some people have actually never tried it and don't know what hummus is. Well, actually, I'm not that amazed because this is, again, something I never had in my house when I grew up. I had European parents and we just didn't have hummus. I didn't try it until much later. And hummus is basically just ground up chickpeas and tahini is put in there. And tahini is ground up sesame seeds. Yeah, some parsley or whatever, actually any kind of different spices. There's so many different varieties of it. That's another thing you can try, and here's a recipe. So you can take a screenshot of that if you want and make a hummus recipe. We also have the different legumes and how to soak and cook them, and a different size guide. Just amazing detail here. The incredible benefits of soaking and sprouting. Have you guys ever sprouted veggies? That's another cool thing. It's so good for you because you get multiple, how do you say it? Exponentially more nutrients when you sprout little seeds. And we've sprouted all kinds of things on our counter, including lentils and chickpeas and oats and so on. What else we got here? Is soy good for you? And the answer is yes. So don't let anybody tell you the soy is not good for you or tofu. It is good for you. All you have to do is go and Google some of the amazing vegan athletes and see what they eat. They have these incredible muscles and they eat soy almost every single day. Now there's a crazy rumor that goes around that if you eat soy or tofu too much that you're going to get man boobs, which is absolutely false and ridiculous. I know people who have been vegan for 15 years and they eat soy all the time and they are fine. So these are just excuses that people make because they want to keep on eating animals because they're too lazy or uncaring. So here you go. Here's meat tofu and grain cooking guide, and you get the idea. Now look, I still have this much of the book that I haven't even shown you guys yet. So I'm going to go and revisit this another time. I just wanted to give you a quick introduction in case you haven't seen it yet. And I'm going to go over this another time with you guys. And I just want to say thanks so much to everybody who has been supporting this channel and who's trying so hard to be vegan. Really, really proud of you guys. So I'll see you all in the next video. Coming up on screen are going to be a bunch of other videos. Click on them. Be curious. Follow That Vegan Teacher's channel. You will never regret it. Press the like button and I'll see you all soon. Bye for now.
Let's follow that vegan teacher on YouTube right now.